Hi guys, it's Izzy, and in today's video I'm going to be spilling the university. No, I can't even finish that. Yes, so in October I'm going to be starting my second year of university, and I decided to actually sit down and summarise my first year of university because I don't think I've actually done that yet, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to try and document more of my university life here on my channel because I don't know about you, but I am so obsessed with just binge watching university YouTubers. Like, I am living for it at the moment, and I know that might not be everyone's cup of tea, so I'm gonna like keep my range of topics that I talk about very, very broad. Like, honestly, in the next year I'm just going to be covering everything on my channel, I feel like. Yeah, but I definitely do want to talk about university more, do maybe more like vlogs about my everyday life at university. And I just thought I can't do university videos without actually talking about my whole experience so far in first year and just dive straight into second year. So I thought I'd summarise what my first year of university was really like. So the 5 categories I'm talking about today are picking the right course in university, moving out of home and somewhere new, socialising, the actual studies, and finance. So I just feel like, as a bit of background, I'm going to tell you guys what I did after I finished college. So I did my A-levels and I hated every second of my A-levels, and I was like, nope, I am definitely not going to university. I hate studying, this is not for me. No. So in my head I was like, there is no way that I'm going to university, but I still applied just because like everyone around me was applying, and I applied to do psychology at, I can't even remember the universities I applied to. Like, I just applied for the sake of it. Like, I knew in my head that there was no way that they could get me through the doors of university that year. Like, it was just so not for me. So I actually ended up taking a gap year and working for the majority of the year. Like, I took a month out to go travelling, but then the rest of the year I was working. And then I decided, you know what, actually university is for me, I think. Like, I saw my friends having the best time ever at university, and I absolutely fell in love with the idea of studying media at university. Like, it was just so for me, because I just knew I wanted a career in media anyway, and I didn't really know how to get my foot in the door in that industry, and I just wanted to have the experience and learn stuff at uni and then be able to get a job in media. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna apply. And I started looking around and everything. So I looked at a few different courses and everything, and then in the end I stumbled across Liverpool Hope University. I don't know if they'll want me making videos about them on YouTube, but like, I don't really have anything bad to say, so hopefully they're alright with me saying where I study. But yeah, I'm going into my second year studying media, single honours at Liverpool Hope University. I'll get onto the single honours bit in a minute because it's a little bit complicated at my uni, but... And yeah, the things I liked about my uni is that it's a little bit further away from like my home, so it's up in the north, something new, and it's like a smaller university, and I really know that this is not everyone's cup of tea, so please go to your university before you like apply to it and actually have a look around for yourself if you can, because honestly it makes such a difference. Like, you can just see on your open day whether you can picture yourself there or not. And I love the fact that it's a smaller university. Like, you get to know like everyone in your class, you get to know all your lecturers and everything. And yeah, you don't really feel like overwhelmed and everything in your classes, and it's like a real community feel, you know. So yeah, I just knew when I was there that this would be the right university for me and the right course, and the timing was right. Like, literally moving into uni, I was not nervous at all. Like, literally, I know everyone gets really nervous like moving in and meeting new people and everything, but I just literally felt like I was just so ready for it. Literally the whole car ride up I was just so ready for it. Like, I didn't have any nerves or anxiety about moving into like uni, like, which is really weird because I am the most nervous person about everything, but I literally just knew that the timing was right. And yeah, I would definitely just say, definitely go to open days when you are picking your university. It makes such a difference for when you're there. And now I want to talk about what it's like moving away from home for the first time. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm from just outside of like the city of Birmingham, and I moved to Liverpool, like I said earlier. So it's 2 hours north, and honestly, you don't even think about it. Like, I definitely didn't think about moving up to the north, how different the weather is. Like, it is so cold up there, especially because like Liverpool's like on the coast, so you got all the wind and all the like cold air blowing all the time, and it is so cold in Liverpool. That's one thing no one prepared me for, is like the climate change. Like, if you're gonna go to a different part of the country, or if you're going to a new country entirely, like, it is gonna be a weather shock. Like, honestly, Birmingham feels tropical in comparison to Liverpool, but you know what, you get used to it. And another thing you get used to is the accents. Like, there are so many different accents when you go to university, so many people from all over the country and even different countries. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it took me about 3 weeks to solidly understand the Scouse accent. Like, it is so strong, but it's really fun to listen to. Like literally I just love going out in town, you just hear all the Scouse people, like the accent is so cool to listen to. And not just that, like Northerners, they're another breed, do you know what I mean? Like they are just full of banter. Like I absolutely fell in love with Liverpool as a city. Like it's just such a cool city. Like Liverpool is one of them cities where like something's always happening. Like it is impossible to be bored when you're in Liverpool. Like the nights out are incredible, and yes, I would highly recommend it. Another thing I want to talk about is like being a year older when you go to university, because obviously I had my gap year, so I ended up being like a year older than like the majority of people that just leave college and go straight to uni. But I want to say, like, honestly, you forget about the age differences. I know people on my courses that are even older than me, and like honestly everyone just sort of blends in together. Like I only clicked the other day as well, like the people I'm moving in with next year, they're all younger than my little sister, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm actually the oldest one here. But honestly, I do not seem like the oldest one at all. Like if anything, they're more mature than I am. So if you're worried about like feeling like you're going to be more mature or older, or like feeling that the 18-year-olds are going to be way more immature than you, honestly, like just go for it. Don't let that be a factor in it, because everyone forgets about the age of everyone. Like I've had quite a few people like ask me like, is it weird like going to uni when you're older? And honestly, no, like you just forget about it. And next I want to talk about socialising at uni. So Freshers Week, I would definitely say make as many friends as you can. There's a lot of people that say like, oh, you don't even talk to half the people you meet in Freshers Week, but it doesn't matter. Honestly, just meet as many people as you can, because Freshers Week is the time where everyone's making their cliques and everyone's making like their groups. So you want to get in there while you still can. Like it's a lot easier to make friends from the start than rather than halfway through the year where everyone's already formed their groups. And one of my best friends from uni, I actually met her at a flat party on the first night, and I just keep thinking like, if I wasn't out on the first night, our paths might have never even crossed, and I might have like missed out on having that friendship. Do you know what I mean? So honestly, Freshers Week is the time where you get to meet people from your course and like every other course, because everyone's just inviting each other to like different parties and stuff, and you soon get to know who you want to meet, who you want to like keep going out with, and yeah, you just form a little clique there. Flatmates is another thing. I know people that either really get on with their flatmates or don't get on with them at all. Like that is sort of the mix of things. Like if you think about it, you're being thrown together with a range of personalities from all over the country. Like there's gonna be people you get on with and people you don't. For me personally, like there wasn't really that much drama in my flat ever. Like I lived with 4 other girls, so there was 5 of us in total, and I did put in to have like mixed accommodation, but I think there is just more girls at my university in general, so I just ended up living with all girls, even though I did put in mixed flats, because I was like, oh no, I don't want to live with just all girls. That is going to be the biggest bitch fest ever. But you just get so used to it, and like you do get your little sisterhood and little friends and everything. And the people I know that didn't necessarily get on with their flatmates, they still went out with other people, and I don't know anyone that just felt like alone at university from like my personal experience. Like if people don't make friends with their flatmates, they make friends with their course mates or just other people in halls, so it's quite rare to not get on with like anyone at your whole university. So yeah, I found that Freshers Week was really helpful just to get out there and get to know people. And even if you don't drink or like go out, then you don't even have to do that. You can just go along, just socialise anyway. And yeah, there's plenty of societies to join. Not that I joined any, because I don't even know why. So yeah, I would definitely recommend getting to know people in Freshers Week, and if you guys can all stick together during Freshers Week, you guys will never be torn apart, because Freshers Week is quite the week. Like, RIP my liver, like honestly I don't even know how I survived Freshers Week. So now I want to talk about the actual like academic side of it, and like I said, I do media single honours, but there is a slight twist on it. So this is something that I definitely recommend looking into before you go to your university course. Like look at the actual content on your course. Luckily I did this, and I knew that if you do single honours media at this particular university that I go to, it's a joint course university anyway. So if you do like a single honours subject, they still put you in for 50% with another subject. So I chose to do media, which automatically gets paired with film studies, so I do film and media together. But it's still like classed as all just media, but they might be changing the course name to just media and film, which makes sense because it's just media and film. So yeah, there's a lot of people I know that didn't know that like if they pick a single course that it's still 2 courses in one. So I definitely would recommend looking into what you're going to be studying, because that took a lot of people by surprise. But they do pair it up quite well, so like if you're going to do media, then a lot of people are interested in film anyway, so like they always pair it up, so it works pretty well. But definitely look into it. So yeah, because I did film and media, I was in on a Monday from 9 till 6 I believe, but I had like breaks in between, but that's when my classes ran, from 9 till 6. And then on a Tuesday I had classes from 10 to 5, and then I had 50 minutes on a Wednesday and 50 minutes on a Friday. This is where I feel like I should have done the video sooner, because I'm starting to like forget the whole of like my first year timetable and how everything worked. But yeah, I had Monday was media, Tuesday was film, and then that was like my like main classes were with everyone. And then on a Wednesday I had my film tutorial, so that's when I was like in a small group with my tutor, like discussing the course, discussing the work. And then Friday I had the same, but the media side, so I had a personal tutor for both media and film, and then different like lecturers throughout the week. So personally I didn't feel like there was too much of a workload. Like if I needed to, I could have had a job during that time, and I definitely still had enough time to like get all my work done throughout the week and socialise and go to the gym and all that. Like I didn't ever and film like YouTube videos and everything. Like I didn't feel like there was too much time at uni. Like I still had enough time to have a life around uni. The thing is with uni, like you do have to put a lot of effort in outside. Like we had like homework and stuff like that, and assignments to do. And assignments, like most of my course was made up of assignments, I feel like, whether that was practical or like an essay or something. And then I had one exam for media and one exam for film, and that all counted together. So I think the exams, this is why I really should have filmed this earlier, I can't even remember, like I've sort of like dismissed first year already, but I believe the exams were like 50%, and then all the coursework was 50% as well. And I've passed first year, so yay, I will be through to second year, and I really want to get a first at university. And even though I've passed first year and I did alright at first year, like I really want to bump the grades up this year just to ensure that I get a first. Like I've just that's what I've got my mindset on first. Like if my lecturers happen to watch this ever, like just be prepared that if I don't get a first, I'm coming back for the whole 3 years, because I'm stubborn like that. And now finally I want to talk about finance at university, because finance definitely plays a huge part. Like here in the UK it costs £9,250 just to do a course per year at university, which is a lot of money. And then you've got your accommodation on top of that, and then obviously like just paying for like books. Like luckily my course doesn't need a lot of books or anything, but I know people that have literally spent hundreds of pounds on books and everything throughout the year. And then obviously you've got like your living costs anyway. So I found this first year very expensive. Like I do get a maintenance loan, which is like to cover your accommodation, but I didn't get a very high loan at all. Like I think by the end of it I had about £100 left after I paid all my accommodation for the year, which like doesn't cover too much throughout the year. But I'm very lucky that I even had that, because I know a lot of people, like my sister included, that had to pay towards their accommodation on top of like the loan that they were given, whereas some people have like £2,000 left over from their loan and stuff, and I'm just like, how? So yeah, the loans, like just be prepared that you're not going to have the same as like the rest of your classmates and everything left over. But luckily I did work for like the year before, and I spent about half of my savings on travelling, and then I saved the majority of the rest of it. So luckily I had that money already saved, and that is what got me through my first year of university. Like without that savings I definitely would have had to get a job, and I definitely need to get a job this year because I can't afford to just live off my loan, obviously. So yeah, I'm gonna get a part-time job next year to be able to afford it. And yeah, I know that's the case for a lot of people, like they do need to get a part-time job. Like I did do a few shifts as like a student ambassador. That's another good thing. Like universities often have like part-time jobs going on the campus, so like catering, like being a waitress, student ambassador, like gym people, like to train people at the gym and stuff like that. So that was a good thing. Like universities would pay you to like work there if they needed people, like to give tours and stuff like that. So I did that like a couple of times, and yeah, I did earn a little bit of dollar for that. But yeah, it is hard to budget and everything. Like I'm gonna go on an Uber ban next year and a Jaeger bomb ban next year. The majority of my savings last year was spent on Uber and Jaeger bomb. Like I'm not even going to tell you how much I spent on Ubers and Jaeger bombs. So that's a lesson learned from my first year, but as you could probably tell, it was a good first year. Yeah, 3 words to summarise my first year of university experience would probably have to be mad, broke, and just funny. Like the memories I have made and the people I have met, like it is an experience in itself. Like I definitely am so happy that I went to university, even just for like the life experience, because I got to meet so many people that I would have come across if it wasn't for going to university. And yeah, getting a bit soppy now, aren't I? And not just that, I absolutely adore my course. Like, it is so for me, and I'm so glad that I found this course, found this university. Like, I'm just so looking forward to like second and third year. I really don't want to jinx it, because I did have such an amazing first year, and I know a lot of people say second year, you know, it's where it starts to count and stuff like that, but I just hope I have a really good second year, like I had a really good first year. But yeah, that has been my university summary of first year. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions, because I will literally answer any question you want about university. It's all good to help each other out, because I know it can be so scary to like even think about university. Like when I was 18, like I was terrified of the idea of university. So let me know if you guys have any queries, any like advice you want me to give you, because we all know I'm so good at advice. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you went to university, what your first year of university experience was like. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I make new videos every single Wednesday and the occasional Sunday at 5 PM, and all my social media are in the description below if you want to come with me on my university journey. I'll share a lot about university on my blog, my Twitter, my Instagram, all that. So yeah, if you want to come with me on my journey, feel free to do that, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!